Hank's got a question about a certain spot where he's not sure that it went back. So you explain that, Hank.
Okay. I think I mentioned to you before. It's Henry Taylor.
Can y'all get back in your spots?
Eli Taylor.
Yeah.
He died in 1904.
Right.
I can't find his parents.
Isn't that something?
And I've been
Maybe
looked everywhere for that.
I don't think Bo would have included that in everything you wrote down. But I was gonna say, you know, what my brother, every time when anybody was born, the kids
This is
had
the thing that
divorced,
they have out here
remarried,
that
he,
a
all the
woman did for us,
birthdays.
and we're related.
So
We
if
come
you
down
need
through
something
George.
like
I looked
that,
at
Yeah,
I'd
we
love
have
to.
to.
Did you find
George?
You
No,
know,
that's
I
just a
think
small segment in there.
the genealogy I have is fairly
Nothing
correct,
about
going
it.
back to,
They said that in Clarendon, that Eli,
where, Stephen, where?
Zachary
used to
Taylor?
for
Zachary
people like
Taylor,
Granddad,
but
they closed the stores when
I'm
they
not
buried him.
sure,
You know,
I mean, he's
they
got a
just
question
be
about
respected,
one of the
and so
connections with Eli
If the
Taylor.
funeral
Well,
was
he-
at
he
2 o'clock,
had
they closed
two
every store in
brothers.
town from 2 to 4.
Well, I had the
And it's
newspaper
one of the
article
brothers,
about
we
his funeral.
think,
Mhm.
that
Yes,
was
the
my
parents.
impression, where the
Death
Cherokee
certificate,
Indian
they
part
didn't
came
record
into
Paris
the
till the next year in
family.
Texas.
But my
The marriage
husband
license, I
went
got
to
that from
fish,
the
you know, the
Mormon
old
church and-
fashioned way of
Yes,
fishing.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
and we spent
Census
hours on that.
records
So,
show
to the
that
Mormon
it was
church out
born in
there,
2000.
boy, they've got more information on everybody. I don't know how they come up
We
with
need to
all this stuff.
research that.
But anyway, we traced it back to the two brothers. But one of them,
I just,
I
did you
think
fill out
only one of them
I
got
did.
married,
Oh,
and I
Steve,
don't
I'm
think the
gonna
other
get
one
you.
did.
I want you to
So I think there was a line.
I just really do want to keep.
I got all that. If you
Get your-
want it,
Oh,
I'll
that
try
would
to
be-
dig it out.
That would be wonderful.
Okay, I'll try to dig it out for you.
We want to kind of verify
They
that
can believe you,
Eli
but
Taylor
tell them
back
that it's kind of be very,
as much as you do.
You might have something on him in terms of his parents.
I don't, beyond Eli Taylor, I don't think so. But
Just
I'll,
his parents. If I can get the parents, then
Yeah.
then I'll take it from there.
yeah, okay, I'll do my best, okay? And Jim's a big help for me on stuff like this, my son.
Okay.
But Jack went with me, my husband, and we did as much as, we could. But Ruth's oldest brother, Artis, my brother, Edward, and they were the most interested that got the
It wasn't as long, I think he said it was 600 sections.
We heard 1.3 million acres from somebody today at one of the tours.
Yeah, I'd love for y'all to see the JAs. I wish we had time for them to take you out there and show you where Uncle Charlie's, he had a cabin out there after he moved there, and then they built this big house around the cabin. And so it's still there, and you can because Joe rented it or leased the land for so long, he knows the people out there, and he can get us all in and right up there.
They told us today that the restored house down here is where he lived for a good portion of his life when he was ranching. But yet the film that I saw that he did in 1919 didn't look like that house at all.
No, he lived up there when he did that film in Goodbye.
Yeah.
And Mother said that she got to go up when he invited Quanah Parker's Indians for the last hunt.
Right.
And so she saw the Indians out through the window there. They put their teepees up.
And that's what they recorded in the film.
Yes.
They did the documentary on
It's
it.
kind of crude, but it's interesting.
It is.
It's
I watched
neat.
it just a few months ago.
It's very interesting. It really is.
Okay, so we talked about then you have two children, Bill
And Libby, or Lisbon, Libby we call her.
and do they live around here?
Libby lives in Amarillo, and Bill was in Cairo, Egypt, but the uprest, he was with oil companies, and that big uprest happened, and they were forcibly evacuated over here. And so he's been here with us for 2 years, letting Kate go to school. He has a daughter, and he has custody of her. And so she goes to school
Here
here.
in Plano.
And so I'm scared to death every week. I'm afraid he's going to leave me because it's really been great. My husband Joe is beginning to get dementia, but if he can tell you everything, he can tell you everything about the ranch. He doesn't forget that. He doesn't forget the cattle, all that, But it's just short-term memory. He kind of has a hard time with. But it's really good for Bill. Has been really great to be here to help me out with it.
So Emily is you said you was your sister. Is that-
Yeah, but her mother and my mother were sisters. Fact is, we all called her mother Sis because it was just like another sister. Well, I mean, like we call her as a sister.
Gotcha.
A lovely person.
Gotcha.
A lovely person.
And that's Mary Ann.
Mary Ann. Anna Mary. I'm sorry, Anna Mary was her
Anna Mary,
mother.
yeah.
Yes. And of course, we all thought that Madeline and Jean were just such lovely people.
Well, they were.
They were.
They continued to write to me over the years.
Yes,
Well, Christmas
lovely
cards and
people.
stuff, yeah.
Wonderful people. And Jean was at the cook-off here, I guess it was 2 years ago. She and Byron came up, but he was not in very good health at that time.
So my regrets from that coming out and visiting me. I really wanted to do that in the past. Okay, so, let's see, so her children,
Yes, right here. This is Jean. I was just, your mom, your grandmother, she was always so pretty, and Madeline, and she was just a little older than I was, like 2 or 3 years, I think, something like that. And I sure admired her. Now, this is Jean's son right here.
He's got opening stuff out there.
okay, so I was talking about Emily, your sister.
I'll go get
It's not your
him.
sister, but you call your sister.
Let me go get him. There she is. Em, come in. You need to,
Where's your wine opener?
the one,
I'm not flying. Your wine opener.
oh, I think it's right in there. I believe it is.
Here?
I believe it is. Should be, maybe in that first drawer. Under there. Em, you come down and fill in. Emily's 6 years younger than I am, though, so she doesn't remember.
Ruth.
You're 81.
I'll be 83 in December.
Well,
This month.
I'm
And
87.
okay, you just had your 87. And
come
I'll
sit
be,
down.
isn't that
Sit down.
4? Isn't my math right?
I don't know. Sit
Well, you
back
come
and
sit
talk
down
to
and
us.
talk to us. We're trying to fill in. Do you remember Ennis at all? Do you
Oh,
remember?
very well, of course. Oh, he was so distinguished.
Oh, see, we always just.
Oh, yes. Oh my gosh, everybody in, we were all taken with Ennis. He became so famous, we thought,